So now I'm going to a very interesting question, which is the talk of the town right now. Now I'll ask him, let us see what he has to tell about this. Now it's about integrated learning. Now, when I say integrated learning, there was a time where people used to do every qualification in, say, silos. Like, you first do your graduation, then you do your CA, or maybe everything, you finish one, then start the next.
Absolutely.
Or maybe you finish one and then go for job.
Absolutely.
Now I see a place where I speak to youngsters, they are like, I want to somehow get my studies done by 21, 22. I just want to start learning.
Yeah.
So they're like, let me do integrated learning. Like, I want to do multiple things together. Like at IIC Lakshya, we kind of integrated BCom with ACCA. They do a degree, they do a professional certification together.
Yeah.
There are people who kind of do MBA along with ACCA.
Yeah.
There are people who want to just do two things together.
Yeah.
And I think that is where the kids are now slowly moving into this integrated learning, where some people who are working and studying together in online.
Absolutely.
So how do you look at this do you think learning should be always one at a time, or is this integrated learning really helps, or is this the way forward?
I think you answered the question while you were asking the question, because you took the example of BCom plus ACCA, BCom plus CA, right?
Yeah.
See, we should ask the question, why even this course came out, right? Because if you look at the syllabus of BCom and the syllabus of ACCA, there's a lot of intersection.
Yeah.
So for a student who is studying one after another, they're doing the complete BCom, then they're again doing the complete ACCA.
Yeah.
They're studying the same thing again and again and again, right?
Yeah.
We have never been averse to that as a country. Because if you look at it, from 4th standard, we keep studying the same thing. 10th standard, right?
Yeah.
But today's generation has understood the point that why do you want to waste time learning the same thing again and again?
Yeah.
Now that's where people like you become important.
Yeah.
As an academician, you said that, so I do understand that this is intersecting. So can I build an integrated course where for the student, I will teach this only once.
Correct.
And they will be able to score in both.
Yeah.
Right? Because both are done by, done by two people. And that is where the whole idea of these two degrees or professional courses working together came in, and the exemption came in, regulation changed and other things.
True.
Right? So this is a reflection of what the students of the day want.
Yeah.
They are very clear that you can, I have so much of time. You please teach me everything, make me a better human being, and then let me go and start earning money.
Yes.
Right? So that trend is across. This is not only in commerce. You will see that in entrance coaching, or what you call as the JEE and NEET preparation, a big way today.
Yes.
The number of integrated schools which is running JEE coaching with expert coaching centers alongside their 11, 12 is just exploding. Right? And that is what if the market needs it, then we should be ready to provide it, right?
Correct.
So this is how I think from a product perspective, right? Just putting a step back, right? So I believe that if you're building a product, it should positively influence every stakeholder. Now think about this product. You're integrating your formal school education and your entrance preparation. Similar to a BCom ACCA, right? Who are the stakeholders? You have students, you have teachers, you have parents, right? You have the management, right? This is the stakeholders. Now look at each of the stakeholders. Students, they only need to study once now.
Correct.
They are not forced to learn the same thing from two people at different times, get confused, right? The same time is used to learn deeper.
Correct.
Rather than piece by piece.
True.
So they are happy.
Yeah.
They have more time, freedom, go out and play for some time, enjoy life.
Yes.
Parents, rather than paying in two places, pay in one place.
True.
Economically viable.
Yes.
Right? No leakages there.
Yes.
Teachers, happiest, you don't need to teach it twice.
Yes.
And you have time to really go deep into it. Correct. Management. This creates such a clear system. And lesser number of places where the consumer is paying, they are ready to pay a profitably run, a business which can be profitably run.
Correct.
So everyone is happy. So I think this is in my view, an ideal test for a product.
Yeah.
It goes through that test. Hence, this product should be successful. This is a product the market would want for it. So hence, I am a big fan of integrated. Okay. I think that our youth should finish these things in time and get into nation building, doing a job.
Wonderful. I think I've never thought this product to be so deep. You know, when you said about it, actually holds a big role because, as you said, every stakeholder is actually getting what they need.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole thing, right? When people are getting the service that they want at their requirements, it's the best product. I think that's why people are now slowly, students are looking at these integrated courses. And one more thing I want to ask is that, what do you think about this young generation's interest to start earning at a very young age? Because I've seen, at our, I used to be scared about earning at a young age. For me, it's like, be matured and start earning.
Yeah.
But I see kids are like, even after they finish their 12th, be it, there are people who are interested in stock markets at a very young age, doing trading.
Yep.
I've seen kids, looking at being an entrepreneur,
Absolutely.
even when they're in college,
Yes.
building startups. They like, I want to settle down, 20, 21 max. 22, like you said, let's start contribute to nation building.
Exactly.
How do you think, is it a worrisome thing, or is it I'm just curious, is it like parents might be thinking, is it too early for a child to look at profit, money and earnings, or is it the way forward?
See, I don't really think so. I mean, what you are talking about is the reflection of our generation. In fact, we have always seen making money as a dirty thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the fact of it. But this generation is very different. This generation, at least I feel that they are very confident. They know what they're doing. They really price their independence.
Yes.
They really price their authenticity. And hence their free will. And that's where the need of earning themselves also comes in, right? So I just feel that all this adds into a very different personality from what we know of us, right? I don't see this as a negative at all. I in fact see this as our movement towards a much more confident and a developing economy.
Super.
That's what it is. Unlike us who did not have a backup, they all have backups in parents still earning money, right?
Yes.
So they know that if I fail also, I have a place to go back.
Got it.
That gives them a lot of confidence. So hence, this is just the reflection of the new society which we are talking about. There's nothing wrong or right in it. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Right?
So maybe we might. It's like I didn't have a mobile phone till I was 19.
Exactly.
So when I see a kid having mobile phone at 5th standard, I feel, why is he having it? But I think that's the way forward, right?
Absolutely.
People will always, the technology or whatever comes, we'll have to accept it and move on.
Absolutely.
And that's why, settling life, when we say Lakshya also, life set at 21.
Yeah.
So basically that's a very strong campaign that was being run. I think that campaign kind of resonated with the young people, mostly because that was what their thoughts also is. So wonderful to know that about the integrated program. So we'll go.
I think just one more thing, because you said the life set point, right? What also we should understand is that this generation is also quite smart, right? So they also do understand that I also need to work hard for that. Yes, the brand, the education, the teachers are going to help me, but it is not that I just went through that and that's it. So that's a big change, right? So I feel that that whole authenticity you're talking about, or that maturity you're talking about, is appearing in this generation much earlier itself, which I feel it's a very good thing.
Superb. So we'll go to the last segment of our discussion.
Absolutely.
So when we go to the final segment, obviously, one question that I wanted to really ask is, when we were a child, our biggest nightmare was exams, marks. You have this quarterly exams, half yearly exams, how much you scored, how much did your friend score, score 90, 95, 100. So, right now I see kids are, they're least bothered about being first in class or second in class. So, do you think examination losing its value, or how do you look at examination marks? How much will it actually be important, even from the employer's perspective? Will they really look at all these, or, it's going to change?
Yeah. Now, this is a very interesting question, okay. And again, I'll go back to the larger points we were discussing, right? So if you look at the educational institutions in the country, right, we always had more demand than supply,
Okay.
right? So it was always a entry controlled system than an exit control system. And IIT gets the best students because it is so hard to get into IIT. Not that they are able to take an average student and make them the best.
Got it.
You understood what I'm trying to say,
Yes.
right? When you build a education system like that, your exams become important. And that is where the pressure builds up. And it's not only the case with India, right? It's the case with most of the Asian countries. South Korea, China. That one examination is so important. It becomes like a pressure pot. But this is all a reflection of your supply and demand. There's so many people chasing so few seats.
Okay.
Right? Again, today what do you see? The diversification of opportunities are happening.
Correct.
The kids of the today who wants to do engineering will go for engineering. They will do well in engineering colleges. Who wants to do medicine will do medicine. They will do well in medicine. Who want to do commerce will come and do commerce and professional and finance courses. They will do that. Suddenly, your supply is catching up with the demand, and hence the importance of examinations start coming down. Right. So I think it will come down. It has to come down because I mean, at least we still, if you look at it from the other perspective, right? So many companies are struggling to recruit so many people. You go to any company anytime, you will see so many open positions.
Correct.
How is it even possible?
Correct.
Right? So what is missing is that matching point of it. Right? And already it's happening, right? You take so many interviews. How many of them do you check on their marks?
True.
Right? True. That time has gone. Today we are sitting in at times where we are we are finding it hard to attract people who will come and work for us. So I think slowly the importance of all these things are going in. Right? But I am still a believer that marks are important because when you are in an educational institutions, it is not just about what is taught there. The most important thing, along with all the social aspects, what you're taught in an educational institution is discipline.
Yeah.
And to some extent, your marks are a reflection of your discipline. Hence, I don't think it should get discounted out completely because any job, anything you want to excel in, you really need that discipline.
Correct.
And we are living in an extremely distracting world today.
Yes.
Right? You told about a kid in 9th standard having phone. There's no choice. You'll have to give him or her a phone.
Correct.
But it's also highly distracting.
Correct.
So how do you ensure that they still remain productive when they come into that stage of doing a job? So somebody needs to teach them the discipline, which I think is what an educational institution is supposed to do.
Yes. I think that's a wonderful reflection. Your examination marks are connected to discipline. And every job, I think the topmost position in the organization requires discipline.
Absolutely.
Discipline is where actually plays a big role in how you shape up the organization.
Absolutely.
And to come to that, again coming to AI, so in this AI driven world, when we talk about human skills, leave away from marks and degrees and being a chartered accountant or a ACCA or doctor, engineer, human skills, I think, going to play a big role maybe in the future.
Yes.
Where do you think kids needs to develop in that? Is it about people skill or communication? What is that is the need of the hour?
Yeah. So the most basic skills which makes you successful in whatever you do is not really the amount of material you crammed or the knowledge you gained or things like that. These are very basic things, right? I feel one of the most important aspects to survive in this world and to be successful is your ability to learn. You have to be open to unlearning, relearning continuously. You cannot stop learning. That's when you will redefine yourself with every change in your environment. It's necessary, right? So look at your teams today. Literally all of them are Gen Zs.
Yes.
Do you really think that you can manage a team of Gen Zs if you don't understand
Correct.
or learn to think like them?
Yes.
Right? I've seen so many people who gets like irritated saying that why can't this person turn up to work in time? For them, these are mobile native kids who can do their job on their phone.
Correct.
So they can't understand why should they turn up to do a job like this.
Correct.
So I think the aspect of learning and unlearning is very important. Your communication you mentioned, being empathetic is important, right? It's incredibly important in this new era, because it's not really about transactional. I mean, your relationship with nobody is transactional today. Your relationship has to be long term, and it's becoming very complex today to do that. So you can't do that without having that empathy, without having that understanding on how a person thinks.
Correct.
Right? So I think these basic things are important and what will be required for the kids of the next generation.
Superb, superb. I think that's a wonderful message. Empathetic being, that's really the good point. What skills you need to develop other than your degrees. I think wonderful. I think I'm really loving the conversation. But anyways, it's always important to stop
at the right time.
At the right time, because
and not bore people anymore.
Yes, truly. Before we close, obviously, I would love to know, is there any message that you want to give to the students? First you give, if you can tell, what do you want to tell to the students? Then also, if you can address the parents, be wonderful, a message to them.
Sure. So to the students, all I would say is you are at a very important stage in your life. Really think deep on what is that you will enjoy, and then pick up a career like that. I'm pretty sure that you are on the IIC Lakshya channel because you have a interest towards finance and commerce. Try to talk to people here, try to understand what are the possibilities, match it with what is your inclination, and see how it will span out. Also have a lot of fun. Life is short, and you have like very few years before you start working, so enjoy that time. At the same time, study well during that phase. That's my message to the kids. To the parents, okay, so there is this very interesting thing which a professor told me when I was doing my AMP program. He said, so I made some stray comment in class saying that all my new generation kids in the office are lazy. So he told me that every generation feels that the next generation is without any skill set and lazy and useless. But history has proved that they have always build better things and become more successful. It's because for every generation, the skill set required to be successful in their environment is very different. So for me, it may have been being really good at math. For them, it may have been making very good reels. I'm just throwing an example, right? So I don't think we should impose too much of what worked for us on them and try to be more understanding on the pathway. But yeah, you have to put guardrails at the right place. But this is a very different generation we are talking about. So that I'm not advising. I'm just sharing an experience.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. I think it was wonderful to listen to you, get your thoughts on finance, on commerce, on the world, how India is shaping up, and obviously I think there are a lot of inputs that you have given to the students, to the parents, and all the viewers that we have. So thank you so much everyone for joining with us. It was wonderful to have Arjun Mohan as the first guest for our podcast in IIC Lakshya's YouTube channel. I would say more exciting people coming up, more exciting discussions coming up. In the coming episodes, we'll have a lot of people from the industry. We'll have people who are working at various organizations. We'll also have people who have, our ex-alumni who have gone through the course, and a lot of people and a lot of discussions that we have. Also, let us know, what are the new what are topics that you want to discuss, or are there any questions that you want to ask the coming guests, so that I will be able to ask? You can put down in your comments so that I'll be able to get those questions, and I'll surely shoot it to the people coming forward. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this, and at the time of reels and at the time of where people only have an attention span of 1 minute, I hope that you have spent at least 30-35 minutes with us for an engaging discussion. So until next time, see you and have a wonderful day. Thank you.